So there's this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. You know Atrioc or whatever?
No, I never heard of him before this.
I never heard. That's the streamer world. So funny. They'll be like this guy, and he'll have some thing, and they'll go this streamer Atrioc, and you're just like, who is this guy? And you look, and he's like, I don't know. He only has 10 trillion subscribers. There's these like streamers, and you go, is this guy as famous as Brad Pitt? And no one's ever heard of him. Like,
I mean, I guess he's just his main thing is because he's only on Twitch, right? I feel like I don't know anybody who's on Twitch. Oh no, he's on YouTube too.
So basically, what happened was this guy. Whenever it happens kind of all the time to people. They're basically showing their screen, and then people like see the window, and it was like, woman jacks off donkey, and you're like, what is that? And the guy's like, oh,
that was a psyop.
It's kind of like always like they'll have a conservative guy that gets caught with like transgender porn or something like that, right? Yeah. Tim, I thought it was Ted Cruz that like one time.
Ted Cruz, yeah, I guess he got popped looking at porn.
He got just popped looking at porn.
Yeah, it was just like Pornhub or something.
Well, this guy, basically, his was insane, and I guess this guy's like super progressive or whatever. But
sure.
he essentially he got caught looking at AI porn.
Yeah, deepfake
porn of Pokemon
and one of the other ones. Yeah.
But then he released his apology where he's bawling
and his wife is behind him. I mean, again, this is like your whole business. Like probably like there's, I don't believe the degree of the tears, but it's more just damage control.
I guess it is. But like, to me, there's something so funny about like, it just reminds, like, it has a vibe of like you being like 8 years old and you're talking to like or like 12 and your like teacher catches you watching like porn and you're just like, I would never do that. And I'm not that kind of guy. I don't even like, I've never spanked it. I've never.
Totally. It's like, I've never even imagined.
Yeah. Just the weirdest shit, like to do it. You're crying because you got.
I mean, that's one step away. Like his whole thing is he goes, I watched basically porn where they take like the face of some chick and they put it on the whatever deep fake, but that's one away from being like, I imagined her naked. Yeah. Like it's one away from that. I closed my eyes and I could see her naked doing horrible things.
That's exactly.
I'm sorry. It's Minority Report.
I was thinking about what the boobs might look like
and I'm sorry.
It is, and she was like, she didn't consent to being part of that fantasy.
Great. Yeah. I mean, that's just been going on forever, too.
And, like, I've done this consistently over and over and over. And then fucking at 2 a.m.,
so he's sort of.
I love it. He goes, it was 2 a.m. You know how it gets at 2 a.m. You hear something on Twitter that there's these deep fakes and your wife is not around, even though she's sitting right behind me right now.
She's right behind him crying. That's also, you imagine it was the other way around where you had to sit there and while your girl made an apology of like, she did like you're sitting there while your girl's talking about how she made like.
She was watching Ben Shapiro deep fakes. He goes, I was watching Ben Shapiro. Deep fake.
I was in LeBron James and you're crying beside her.
Not even like because mainstream deepfakes have been around forever, mainstream people, but it's like this is legit like well,
the first thing he was saying, he was like, and I always try to prop up women, and anyone who says anything bad about women in my chat, I kick him out of the chat. But that being said, it was 2 a.m. and and you know how it gets? He goes, he said he's on a
I've been watching so much I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this fucking stuff about AI and fucking deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything.
What's deepfake music?
Discord.
I guess it makes all the music, but it's
like they show the face of a person.
I was just watching deepfake music, deepfake art. Obviously, what's that? It's like obviously everyone knows what actually happened.
Yeah, you go, hey, there's a thing about some hot chick, and you go, I guess I'd like to see that.
But the crying was like, and I saw the music first. Deepfake music is realistically like music banks and all that stuff is all going to be deepfake pretty soon. But
yeah,
the AI isn't still ever going to be good at predicting like cultural trends, but it'll be good at like replicating shit that's already
basically
happened.
like the BuzzFeed stuff where BuzzFeed replaced all the people with AI. You're like, you were making shit that was not discernible between like.
I know
AI, like your work was so bad.
Kind of reminds me of a boomer conservative in that it's like good at replicating something that happened, but it's not good at like creating a new thing.
Yeah, it's NPC. It's literally like it's like an NPC.
And I just feel so embarrassing to me. But I was on fucking Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal fucking website, and there was an ad There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every fucking video.
He's not the only
For
one.
fucking deepfake.
I love it goes that he has to be like, well, I was on Pornhub. And they showed me this ad.
Yeah. And that's what he's saying. He's like, and I'm not the only one clicking it. It was like, yeah, no one else really cares. They're just like, yeah, I clicked a deepfake video. But I guess there is something weird about someone making a porn of you and just like if you walked in and if you're like, you found out that there was like all these people that were watching this porn of like you just banging a dude with this AI deepfake. But
I mean, dude.
But what are you gonna do?
I'm sure someone who's watching this right now could do that, like, make a fucking deepfake of me,
Danny
me
just
and you,
blowing a bunch of
me
dudes.
and you in Lemon Party or something. So that's the new game, man. That's the game.
It just is. What could they possibly like? What is that?
I guess is what's the point where it's having actual repercussions on your life, where people are like, "Yo, those dudes are gay," and you go, "No, it's a deep fake."
Well, it is kind of, I guess it would be harassment if, like, for example, it was like you worked with this girl and you're just like, yeah, I just watched you last night. Like, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Probably these weird. It's
like if you're watching it in the break room, purposely wanting her to see you watching it as she walks
exactly.
in.
It has to be just the exact same rules as if you fantasized about the
Yes.
person. Like, if you couldn't tell a girl, like, hey, just so you know, I was like fucking last night, me and you in my mind.
Yeah, and you go, yeah, that's creepy.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do one right now. I'm giving it to you.
This is not okay.
Yeah, I'm just tagging my boy in here. Now you're doing him pretty good too. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing as that.
Yeah,
it has to be something done in the privacy of your own home.
Sure.
What happens on your deepfake website is no one else's business.
I mean, they need to.
Whoever you put on there.
There will be some sort of like,
Oh, there's gonna be funny ones. There's gonna be
but
Ben
there'll be
Shapiro gets caught with an AOC deepfake.
Of course, but they'll be like, they'll start being services or like, they'll have to put on a thing being like, this is fake. Like it'll be automatic like detection.
That might be something.
Fake
yeah.
detection. They'll have that.
That has to be a fake.
So at
one.
least you know that it's like. I mean, there could be real repercussions. Like they said while Trump was president. Like imagine a video comes out and Trump's like, I'm declaring nuclear war, and people don't know it's fake.
Sure.
Right. So they have to do something about it.
Oh, it's a weird little thing though.
Yeah.